Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly show. My name is Dave Jusko. Starting a little late today by 3 minutes. Big deal. But sorry, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. This Mike Suarez, this guy who produces this show, he is the man. I don't even know how you handle being so calm. I have, I have I panic so much about trying to get somewhere by public transit on time that I don't know how you just remain so calm. And you had to travel from the village all the way up to where you're to Harlem is that's unbelievable. And you're only 3 minutes. I mean, really, 2 minutes. Unbelievable. You really are the man. I mean, you really are the man. And I didn't even text you. I'm like, no, I thought maybe you were stuck on the subway. And then there's no way to get through. It's amazing that in between stops you can text people now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in the day,
You know what the real holdup was?
What?
Was me walking from the subway here. Like that's what took probably.
How far away is your apartment from the subway?
Oh, 2.5 blocks.
Oh.
That was a fat guy lightly jogging.
Isn't that the worst? Well, that's the worst part when you have to get from the subway to where you're going and you run. Oh, it's just the worst, especially when it's hot. I mean, it's not so hot today, but that is the absolute worst. So hello to everybody in the chat room, Scruffy Bones, Jenny, Angela. Nice to see everybody. Thank you. Professor Juskow was in the house. It is really nice to see everybody. And this is the Comedy Cellar Nightly show. Don't forget, always come down to the Comedy Cellar where the best comedy is to be had. And if you're in Las Vegas, go there. Although I don't believe the usual host, well, Mark Cohen is probably there now, but I know he was in town here recently because he went to go see Sarah Silverman's terrific play, which was technically supposed to open yesterday, which it did, but they pushed the critics back because everybody has COVID. So that is apparently a major issue that continues to plague Broadway and everyone else we know. Not me so much, but other folks will apparently get it. Where were you performing this week, Mike?
I was just in Tampa at Side Splitters.
Oh, that's right. How did that go?
Oh, wonderful. It was great weekend. Tampa's awesome. If you have a chance to go perform down there, Dave.
No. Oh, there it's good, right? But Tampa is not awesome. I've been there.
Yeah, I didn't go see the sights or anything. I just did the comedy club.
No, I told you my friends work for the Rays, the baseball team, and I went down there to see them and see a couple games, which was super fun. But I was like, "What? I don't understand. What's with all the people here?" And we just call them hillbillies because I was so surprised that Tampa was full of hillbillies. And these guys are Puerto Rican, so they were just like, yeah, what the hell is this? Because they come from New York City. They didn't expect that either. Hillbillies.
Yeah. I just look at Florida as like Texas's ex-wife.
Well, I don't think of it that way, but the West Coast is. That place, Tallahassee, it's very Texas-oriented.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. So how long are you in town for in New York?
I'm here till the 6th.
Oh. So where are you performing this Memorial Day weekend?
I'll be at Uncle Vinny's at Point Pleasant.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. That's fantastic. Oh, that'll be great down the shore for Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, that's one of those things. Is it going to be packed or is it not going to be packed? Tough to say, right?
It'll probably not be packed.
I don't know how it works down there. Right at nighttime, it could be packed. I mean, that's the thing. As long as you don't start at 3 in the afternoon, you should be good.
Oh, yeah. They start like at 8. But I mean, it's just that everyone's there to like there'll be people there, don't get me wrong, but it's not like when Bobby's there and it's just a full house going.
Sure. Who are you opening for?
I don't know.
Oh,
someone I've never heard of.
Oh.
I think he's probably
just
on Long Island.
Who? Now I kind of want to look it up. But yeah, I've never been there. I need to go. I love Jersey. I love the shore. I was going to go to Long Branch. That's where I usually go. And there was a whole riot there this week because somebody had an impromptu party that went online or something. It's like, bring your own beer. And then they started calling a curfew there. And that's the place I want. My friends who live in that area, they were like, I can't believe we moved here for quiet. I feel horrible for them. And certainly I was going to live there, but now they've told me, yeah, don't move here. at least in the summer. I wouldn't mind living there in the fall and the winter. I like that's when it's quiet.
Yeah.
No one cares except during COVID when everyone was there.
Yeah, you can tell which areas are louder by who gets off the train.
Right. Exactly. But I don't know. I might go there on Thursday. I don't know. I can't decide unless it's going to be traffic. That's when I usually go visit my mom. Then I usually stop by Long Branch. It's nice there. So I just thought I would tell you I had breakfast with Nick Griffin today, the wonderful comedian. I always get the newspaper. And I thought I would show you the cover of the Post today because I know we all enjoy this. The New York Post is the best paper. And anybody that tells you otherwise is crazy. Mike, do you want to show that picture? Yeah. See, we speak bark. It's a cat and a dog. And then, of course, hunt for Q-trained killer. That's what makes the Post the best. It's they have the cute animals on top and tells you if your dog's or cat's tail is wagging, what to think. And then the Q-trained killer because the subway is a disaster. And then the best part is, the reason I was getting the paper in the first place, turned to page 3, and then the next picture, yes, is Sofia Varga looking amazing. You gotta love the Post. And the best part, I'm like, oh, what's going on with Sofia? And then it just says payphone error gets hung up. So it's not even a story about her. That's the best. They took out the last payphone yesterday in New York City. I was kind of upset about it because I like doing gags with the payphone. And I think I actually have footage in my movie, the Cars movie Turbocharged, which you can see on Amazon Prime. And don't leave a bad comment. There's plenty yeah, I know. Doesn't she look beautiful, Jenny? Yeah, that cat is guilty as fuck. You're right, Angela. That cat does look suspicious. And my movie about the Cars, I think I have the last actual phone booth. Not just payphone, phone booth. I found the last phone booth and we filmed there because we had to. It was the last phone booth, like Superman shit, where even in Superman 1979, original Superman, if you remember the gag, Clark Kent goes to the phone booth, but the gag was that it was just a payphone with not the booth. And he's like, and in the audience, you're like, oh, this is a new Superman. Oh, shit, he's fucked. And then he had to go through the revolving doors to get changed. But yeah, I have footage of, there it is, being taken away. Or I think right on 50th Street, the last ones. I don't know who was using them, but now if you want to catch Hannibal Lecter, you have to, I don't know how you do it. Yeah. I don't know how you make anonymous calls. What?
That was the last functioning payphone.
Right.
Because there's still a payphone in my in my subway stop. It doesn't work, but it's still there.
There is?
Yeah, in the sixth train.
Oh. But yeah, I meant to get pictures of the phone booth today from the movie, and I'd forgotten. Also the shower phone boots. What are you talking about, Angela? What shower phone boots? What does that mean?
I don't know.
You mean like when homeless people take showers in there?
I wish that's what they were doing.
But I got to remember what was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure takes place in a phone booth.
Yeah.
Oh, and Candid Camera, right? The Blues Brothers has a phone booth scene. I'm just thinking of all the things the famous things that happened in phone booths. The Blues Brothers, I think they have a bomb, and then it goes up in the air and comes down. And I guess the Doctor Who, the TARDIS, is based on a phone booth.
A police box.
Oh, a police box. That's right. I always forget about that. Do they still have those?
I don't know. Let me try.
Oh, do you have that picture number 15?
Yes, I do.
How about this? Yeah, this happened this week. Yes, that's me. I took that picture. The Mexican pizza is back. You can thank me and Doja Cat. Doesn't it look amazing? Or to some of you, it probably looks disgusting, but it was delicious. I got 2 of them. Probably that was the mistake. But the one was unbelievable. Look how delicious it looks. It's making my mouth water. I love it. The Mexican pizza is back. I did everything I could to do it. I should probably do something better with my time to get things back again. Oh yeah, no, you won't eat that on a keto diet. Although they do have a vegetarian option, but who wants that? I even took a picture, if you are a Patreon subscriber, on my bonus video of the guy making the Mexican pizza. But I took it really quick because it is very rude to take a picture of the guy working at Taco Bell making your food. That's all he wants, because I'm this close to working at Taco Bell, and I would be mortified if somebody took my picture. However, it would be expected. Just guys working at Taco Bell? Well, how do you think that was going to end? So that was the thing on that. Also, I don't know whether you heard, but there was a guy at yes, it certainly is. And Doja Cat had to cancel a bunch of concerts because she has a sore tonsillitis, right? She got to get her tonsils out, I think, which she says was caused by vaping too much.
wow.
How interesting. I feel vaping caused the pandemic. I think there's something to it. And that's how people were having breathing problems. I don't know. But yet, I stopped it. I do whatever Sarah Silverman, however we get high, I do whatever she tells me. So when she stopped vaping, I was vaping. Then she stopped vaping, and now we're back into the regular weed again. But I don't like the regular weed because you can't smoke it out because you smell. And I don't want to smell like a hippie. That's what makes the vape pen perfect. So if that's back and it's still working, I'd still like to get it. But Sarah said there was something wrong with it, and I usually just do whatever she says, especially when it comes to smoking weed. But really, we should go with whatever Snoop Dogg says. I mean, that's the guy, But
Scruffy says there are no more police boxes.
oh, is that right? Oh, thank you, Scruffy. Yeah, I always wondered about that. I guess not, but yet he still travels around in one, and it's supposed to be conspicuous. Doctor Who's a woman now, so I stopped watching after not David Tennant, the other guy, the really good guy.
Colin?
No.
Or the guy before him? The guy before David Tennant?
The guy after David Tennant.
Oh, okay.
He was Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he came to Sarah's party once, and me and this guy who's a director, I think he just directed the Lego movie, we couldn't say hello to him because we were just too intimidated and high. So that is the weird part about getting high when you can't say hello to the people you want to say to the most. Yeah, he was awesome, Doctor Who. So then I went to the other one, and it just wasn't as good. He was really terrific. I never was a Doctor Who person, but he made it really good. And that really pretty hot girl, the redhead that's in Jumanji movies. So
oh
yeah, that'll work. I'll watch a show that any pretty girl is on. I catch myself sitting watching 2.5 Men all night because the some of the girls on it are unbelievable. So I fucking feel like an idiot. And they seem to know my things on YouTube now. They're like, hey, look at this hot girl from 2.5 Men. And I sit there now on YouTube watching clips. I'm like, yeah. I mean, that's just pathetic. I'm angry that I even told you about that. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this guy who's at the airport who just got hit by a football player, and the guy got fired. I don't know who he worked for, and I don't know where it happened. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Yes, sir.
You heard about it, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the best part about this guy who just got fired because after they showed a longer video, it turned out the employee was the provoker. Alec Baldwin chimed in and said, oh, that guy's just trying to do his job. Why Alec Baldwin would ever be on social media at this point talking about anything else except I love Jesus or God. Yeah, exactly. This guy had his dukes up. He was like ready to fight this guy. And then the United employee got fired because as the video would show, he was apparently the troublemaker. But Alec Baldwin is saying, I mean, the guy's up for murder charges. Why would you ever do anything? Why wouldn't you just be silent until you are cleared of everything? Am I right, Mike, on that? Or
yeah, you don't need to chime in on anything right now.
Nothing.
Just stay low.
Yeah, it's so weird. Why would you do something like that? You really, that's an insane person and so disrespectful to the woman you shot and her family, which he did do, even though I'm positive it wasn't on purpose. But I mean, it's just so disrespectful. Just keep your mouth shut. You keep showing these Instagram thing where you're with your family and you're so happy. just get off social media, right?
Yep.
Anyway, is Hatem here?
Yes, he's here now.
Oh, well, let's bring him in. This is the host of the Live from America podcast, which is, of course, our sister show here at the Comedy Cellar. There's a Live from America, Live from the Table, and Hatem is the host of Live from America. And here he is. Hello, Hatem.
Dave, what's up? Hey, Mike.
How's it going?
Yeah, your hair looks amazing today.
Thanks. I just showered.
That's so hot.
It's a special occasion. I'm in your show.
So Hatem hosts the Live from America podcast, which is with Noam, the owner of the Comedy Cellar, and they always have political discussions. I never usually get a word in, if you can imagine, when I'm on that show, and Noam takes it very seriously, and I just want to make jokes, so it's difficult. But they do have really interesting people on. I know you had the Manhattan Borough president on, which of course I was upset about because I was running, but it's all right. But he won, and he was a nice guy. And you always have some really interesting people on, and political people and other people. And now you're doing a show at the Comedy Cellar, a live show called the Cellar Talks, right?
Yes.
And that starts this Thursday.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I have a
Today.
picture of it. Mike, could you put up? I just took a picture of the lineup because I wasn't sure. Yeah, 6 p.m. this Thursday. You see the lineup there. I'm not familiar with these people. Who are these people, Hatem?
So basically, what we're trying to do is get some of the top, storytellers, speakers, and everybody. I believe that everybody have a story, and some, the media, as you know, covers certain things. So we want to shine the lights on everything, So, for example, one of Elena Duffy, she is a Purple Heart soldier. She
What?
was in Iraq.
A female soldier.
Yeah.
Now you're just.
And she was in Afghanistan, Iraq, and she got injured. And she have an amazing story. And she's going to talk about how life in the military is different than the movies, which is very interesting.
Wow, that is interesting. And yes, just Scruffy, it will not be streamed live. It is only if you're in town, right? Or
that's right. It's going to be,
yeah.
I mean, we will tape it and air it on a special YouTube channel.
Okay.
But once we have all the talks. So this is going to be a series, of shows, of talks. It's going to be once a month. Then we, move it to once every 2 weeks, and then weekly. We'll see how it goes. And we're going to give, it's going to be storytellers and speakers, different topics, and we're going to talk everything, and there'll be comedian hosting. And this one, Tony Darrow, Emmy Award nominee for Saturday Night Live, will be hosting. That Tony Darrow is the one.
I know Tony Darrow, all right.
Yeah.
I know Tony Darrow from 1987.
Oh yeah, Mike Beska. He's the host of the Gist podcast, which is he's gonna talk. He's very.
You said Gist, not Jizz, right?
No, did I say
just?
Sure I can never say it right. And Lux, she's going to talk about public apologies, which is how can they fail and how can they succeed? Like celebrities. Like if you do something, Dave, and
because I was just going to say I was going to apologize for that jizz comment. So I guess that's not because I'm not a celebrity, but go on.
So it's gonna be an interesting show. So it's mixed of like Google Talks, TED Talks with a twist of comedy in the middle.
Yes, Scruffy says I should be the host. He's absolutely right. It's ridiculous that I'm not, but it's all right.
I agree with you. Listen, we have a lot of
of course you do.
Shows coming out. I would love to have you on.
Yes, well, of course, anything you do, I'm always in for. Hatem and I met up, although I got so mad at Hatem. I have wings every Monday night, as everyone on this podcast knows, during football season, and I think you like wings, right? So you were saying, please invite me. So I invite him. He comes in, but there was a problem with traffic or something, and he comes in for a second and doesn't eat. And then 2 days later, he's like, "Hey, I'm at your place." And I'm like, "Don't go in there without me. I want to be there when you try it for the first time." But then it was just, we had to talk it over, and you had to calm me down and be like, no, here's what happened.
And I did not try the wings. I tried the the other stuff. You know, I was
Right, you waited.
respectful.
You wanted to wait for me, and I appreciate that very much,
Yeah,
and that's why we
yeah.
can be
No,
friends forever. Look, he's he's stuck. That's the
and I
best.
had an appointment at the
Wait,
cellar
you stopped
later on.
your internet stopped. What did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. The FBI, sometimes they try to listen to what I'm saying.
Or your mouth was open, so it was hilarious. You were like, oh, it was just waiting for somebody to put something.
Yeah, no, I was saying it was the marathon that night, so everything was closed, so I couldn't make it in time. And then I have
What marathon? That was on a Monday night. Nice try.
no, it was Sunday.
It's always on a Monday.
Was it Monday?
I only go there on Mondays. Nice try, Hot Town.
Damn, it's so hard to lie to you.
Yes, it is. Because I will.
You
will
like remember
badger
facts
you.
and stuff. Damn, Dave.
So, I did the people here know on Sarah's musical on the Broadway thing. I did a talk back, like a question and answer with the audience after the show and the cast members. And I told Sarah I was going to be like, because the way the cast was they were so afraid to come on. I was like, what do you think I'm going to say? And I told Sarah, I'm like, I'm going to ask the probing questions. Did you or did you not vote yes on Proposition 12? Like, that's what they thought I was going to be doing. And it's just so ridiculous when, of course, I was just going to say wonderful things about everybody, which is the right thing to do. But your show, Noam is that guy that will ask the probing questions. Man, he just goes for it all. He doesn't care, does he?
Yeah, it's but we do have sometimes we not always have politicians. Like a lot of times we have, you know, culture, cover culture, like all topics. But he tend to turn it to serious conversation, no matter what the topic is. Like we can have talk about sex or dating or relationship. Or I had like one of the episodes we have. Do you watch the show Selling Sunset? It's in Netflix right now. Number one. It's like a reality show about like 5 hot girls. They sell real estate and it's their lives. So I had one of them.
How do I not know about that? 5 hot girls? Go on.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's more than just 5 hot girls. I mean, it's,
then I'm
it's
out.
about their lives selling real estate and stuff like that. But and it's the number one show on Netflix, you know. And that week I had one of them on the show, and he was like, why can't we get like he wants like somebody who is like, he's like, get someone from like Ukraine or something, you know what I'm saying? Like he's
right.
Or
he wants the district attorney on or something.
Yeah,
right.
which we do have, you
know. Right,
I
know you do. I know.
But we like to switch it up a little bit.
Of course. That's the thing with these reality shows too. The reason why I don't like reality shows, and some of them I've certainly watched a bunch. I just like watching it. But when they are talking to the camera and kind of have the confessionals, I can't stand that part. Yeah. I just want to see, if it's really reality, I want to see it in its form. I don't care if they come on later and be like, and I told them, I said I wasn't ready for any of it, whatever it is. I can't stand that. It just bores the hell out of me. So I have trouble watching any of these shows, including The Bachelor or any of those kind of things. Because I don't like this isn't real time.
Yeah. Reality show, it's not really reality. Although you should have your own reality show, because I think that would be
me.
Yeah.
Everyone has said that my whole life. My friend Memo, he's a director, and now he works for Sesame Street, and he's always like, when you're ready to just follow you around with the camera, we're all ready. I remember one time I was pitching a show to VH1, to like the head of VH1, and it was something stupid, and he goes, well, I maybe. And I was like, well, it's funny because everybody really, what they really want me to do is have a camera follow me around, and because, you know, my life is weird. And he goes, well, we would do that. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Why would you
do it? We're in on that. I'm like, nah.
Why wouldn't you do it? I think it's
it's the same reason I don't talk about myself, which of course I should in my act or whatever my act is in comedy. It's the weirdest. I don't know. I tell everybody everything on this and the podcast, but for some reason on stage live, and when I'm live with the person, I tell them everything. And yet for some reason in comedy, and I don't want a camera follow me around, it's the only time I'm private. It's the worst time to be private. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. I guess I would be very nervous on camera with people following me around, because it's never going to be the way it is in my head of how things are going. I don't know.
It's funny because when I was, if you remember, when I was doing the election show, remember when we have the coverage of the election, of the last election, Trump and Biden, and we have like 50 people. You were in that show,
Yeah.
and we have 50 people, and and I had a lot of ideas about some crazy, little videos in between, and every person I tell them, I was like, I want to make this crazy video about like something, and the first name comes out is you. Ask Dave to do it. He will do it. He'll do anything crazy. He will do
Really?
anything crazy. It's true. So I don't think I told you that before. I was
No.
like, one of the things I wanted to get like one comedian and be like he's reporting from each state. He's not really in any state, and he's like, Dave Jessica can pull this out. Like he can be like in Florida and pretending there's a,
Yeah, that's hilarious. I could have
with
totally
like
done
low,
that.
like with a very low budget. You know what I'm saying? Like people can tell it's not Florida behind you, but
Yeah, just use a green screen.
yeah.
It's like my favorite thing.
That's what everybody said Jessica should do it, but we didn't really have time to produce it in time. But it's funny because every single person, when you talk about crazy stuff and who can pull it off in time, in very short time, just be themselves, your name comes out.
Hey, see, Jenny even says that's why we love Professor David Juskow.
Oh, you're
I don't know what. Right? Yeah, I'm going to be teaching at a college in January.
Oh,
teaching about doing a podcast called Live from America.
there you go.
No, I'm teaching about the movie Clueless. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Actually, I don't wish I was kidding. I'm really glad I'm doing it, but I just still can't believe that it's really happening. It's so funny. I don't know how to handle it.
You'll be fine.
I know. I just can't wait. It's like January.
Do you like prepare stuff? Do you like watch Clueless like a lot and stuff like that?
It's not like I mean, I know everything about it. I mean, I have watched it a lot. You know what happened, and I would probably say this on the first day, and I don't think I've told anybody this, and whether it's stupid or not, I don't know. The reason I kind of got obsessed with it, especially as a straight man, again, using the air quotes, but I am straight, but nobody believes me, especially if you're teaching a course on Clueless. In 95, when that came out, do you remember how you could get illegal cable boxes? And you could maybe you're just like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. No. So you used to be able to get, or I used to be able to get illegal cable boxes where you could get everything for free. Like you'd keep your subscription, but you get all the pay-per-views and all the sports channels, which cost money back then. You get everything for free. They were like a chip in them. And I bought them for all my friends. Like I knew a guy. I always know a guy. So I bought them for all my friends. So Clueless and Groundhog Day were on every hour on the hour. It's just the pay-per-view. So they were just on an endless loop. So I just knew every line. And then I got into the movie. I mean, I saw it in the movies, but then I was just like, then we just got into it. We're like, this is a really good movie. And then me and my friends, and they own this restaurant back then when they used to have Saturday Night Live parties. So it was a really cool place called F-Stop. And me and the owners and their wives, we would all just sit around, drink, and do lines from Clueless because we all had the boxes and it was on the loop. And that's how it first started.
It's funny when he said we all start drinking and then do lines, and then he paused, and then from Clueless.
Well, we did that too.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, because it was the 90s.
But when you were saying like you knew a guy that bring the boxes or illegal boxes. That's what I've been saying. Like to everyone, you are the guy. You know what I'm saying? like to me, it's like if I have something that's like I know a guy, and that guy will be you. You know what I'm saying?
It is me that usually is the guy or knows somebody else. I got a call from Judy Gold the other day, and she's like, "I understand you're the guy to like whatever it was," and I'm like, "Yes, I believe I can help you." So that is what I do. But anyway, Hatem. This Thursday, 6:00. If you are in New York City, please come. I mean, this is a Comedy Cellar show to promote the Comedy Cellar. Anytime you're in city, you should go. But this is a very special show. The first episode of the Cellar Talks story. I mean, that woman that you talk about, first of all, she looks really pretty. And to be a Purple Heart soldier, I was making fun because I don't know, I don't know.
I mean, all the speakers, Mike Pesca's pretty big too. Lux is pretty big. Like all of them are, they're going to talk about very important topics. And if
Sure.
may,
I wasn't. I was just. The thing got me with.
yeah,
Look,
no, I know the story.
I'm
The
an older
story is,
male. I'm still confused by female soldiers.
yeah, but that's one of the things I think she's going to talk about, a lot of things like that. But if I may, I want to offer something to your listeners. If
Oh.
you email the Cellar Talks at Gmail and write the name Dave Jessica, I will get you 2 free tickets for the show.
That's so nice.
So all you have to do is, I don't know if you can put in the comment or something.
Yes,
the
Mike can put
Cellar
it in.
Talks at Gmail, and write I love Dave Jessica.
Now
If you
that's
write,
what I'm talking about.
if you love Dave Jessica and you emailed me, I will get you free tickets. Actually,
is.
not 2. If you just write I love Dave Jessica, I will get you free tickets. But hurry up, because it's in 2 days and I have limited seats. But yeah,
Is that the
it should
correct
be,
one?
What'd you say, Mike?
The Cellar Talks, like it is on screen.
The Cellar Talks, exactly that
You see it?
like you did, at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Just email it with the secret word. Don't tell that secret word to anybody. You have to mean it, though. You can't just write it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody would be watching this show if they didn't mean it now. And, in fact, they even participate in the chat room. They do have to love Dave Juskow. Otherwise, I mean, we've definitely have some haters in there, but Mike gets rid of them instantaneously. That's why I love him.
Yes, Mike is the man.
He really is the man. He really
Thank
is the
you,
man.
guys.
But you're the man too, Hatem. I like you as a person. You're a good host, and you are a sweet guy.
I appreciate that, Dave.
I'm glad
Thank
we're
you very
friends.
much. I really thank you.
Yes. So thank you for coming on. And I don't know, maybe I'll come down on. Oh no, I can't. I go to see my mother on Thursday. Well, I'll try and work it out.
Yes, and thank you for having me in such a short note. I'm sorry I have to go because I have a class, not Clueless, but can I join your Clueless class?
I don't know. It's in New Jersey. I don't know how that's, because Sarah Silverman also wants to audit the class, so I don't know how many.
I want to be in that
people.
class. Can you tape it? Can you tape it and play it? I'll play it in my podcast. I want to tape it and play it.
I don't.
And we
I
comment
think
on it.
I agree. I think if we're talking about following me around the camera, then the start of doing this should be totally some sort of show.
Yes,
absolutely.
Especially the first day when I get Me Too'd.
Yeah. just be careful. But I think this is an event in your life and our lives that we need to be recorded. So please do.
Oh, right. My nephew's going to be in that class. He's going to that school. How funny is that, right?
Nice. Well, thank you so much for having me, guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sorry I have to run.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
Hatem, everybody, live from America podcast and the Cellar Talks on Thursday. Thank you so much.
Take care, guys.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Can we take it online? Oh, the Clueless one. Good question, Anonymous. I get the feeling that once it goes and we see what's happening, then, I could probably do online classes. Could probably somehow makes money with this, right? I mean, seems like everybody would be interested. I don't know, because you know what? Most professors, they go up to like, let's do a class on The Godfather. Well, fuck that. Let's start doing classes on movies that female directors have directed, especially, again, I mean, I can't say this enough, and we've had the daughter on and everything. This is a female director who directed a classic boys comedy in 1982, and no one talks about her. That's how it all started. I'm like, we gotta make a mention of this. Amy Heckerling, she's a miracle. And then she makes this and writes and directs this unbelievable movie with some of the best dialogue you've ever heard. That's as good as any other classic comedy we've ever heard. That's the whole point of the class. Let's look at some of these romantic comedies that get overlooked because they're romantic comedies. Like I said, with Notting Hill, and character studies and things like that. I mean, we already know Arthur's really good, but I'm just talking about script writing and dialogue and the jokes per minute. But then there's plenty more we can talk about. No, Barry, it's got to be a hot girl. I mean, yes, absolutely. You can apply for the TA position. That means teacher's assistant, right? Not the, it's not a TNA position, right? I still need lessons from you on how to be cool. Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you about Kenny G. Right. That's right from Clueless. Well, all right. So where are we? That's right. We started late, so it doesn't matter. But I have, I believe I have many slides to show today, so and some videos. So should we just get it together, Mike?
Sounds good.
Now, when I share the screen, I want to share my sound too.
Okay.
Do I have to do something in particular?
Yeah, on the bottom it should
Share
say
screen
share.
audio. That's where I messed up last time. Got it. Okie dokie. Let's do it. I am sharing now. Everybody can see this? Yes?
Yes,
We always start with the little Queen of England action. Here she is getting a Metro card.
Oh, the Metro.
I don't know why this makes me laugh. I mean, all right, maybe you know what's going on in London. The tube system just built a whole new subway line called the Elizabeth line,
Oh,
and it's fascinating. And we're so far behind them here; it's an embarrassment. That's what I wore to work today. Good one, Anonymous. The best part of like that, I didn't even think about this when I should have gotten a picture, but this reminds me of the Naked Gun when the Queen is when she has to pass down the hot dogs, like when she's at the ball game, and then she has to be part of the wave. So that's what it looks like. Right, is Leslie Nielsen in the crowd? Exactly, Barry. So this is the amazing tube system for London, and if you look here, this double purple line is the brand new line. Look how lengthy it is, and it goes to Heathrow. So it's another line to the airport. And of course, it stops at Paddington Station. Well, of course, it would stop at Paddington Station and Oxford Circus, not so much Piccadilly Circus. No, it stops at Chancery Lane. All the people, I talk that way. Well, we go to the City of Thames, perhaps we can, and London Bridge, I believe. No, but look at this. It goes all the way. Look at the work they did on this to update their entire subway system. And the reason I bring it up, Enrico Palazzo, exactly. Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo. This is the New York City subway system. And in the past 30 years, the only thing they expanded was here, this little dot right here.
yeah.
This little area right here, if you can see this.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And it cost millions, maybe even $1 billion. They also did these 3 stops up here. And that
took like 20 years.
I think over that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an embarrassment. And if you look over here, as you can see, nothing connects to LaGuardia. These are buses.
Mm-hmm.
And they have an air train, but the subway does not connect to the airport. It's an embarrassment. It's the best city in the world, right? It's stupid. London's making us look ridiculous, and a man in my position can't be made to look ridiculous. Yeah, they were working on the 70s. Remember, Anonymous? The train to the plane. You take the train to the plane. I don't know why I'm doing. Oh, I'm doing the plane because I'm doing tattoo. That's what I was thinking of. The train to the plane, and then they got rid of that, and it didn't go to the plane anyway. You still had to take a car service there. This is Prince Charles. He's in Canada, and he made a really bad pour, which, as you can see, even he knows how humiliating. I mean, that is a lot of pressure to make a good pour for yourself. You got to know how to tilt that glass. It still looks delicious, though. God, I love beer. Oh, you don't remember Anonymous? I have no idea how old you are. I thought you mentioned they were working on it since the 70s, so I thought you knew about the train to the plane. I apologize. Well, as you know, I all hate this. This is they're trying to apparently protest this abortion thing, and I hate this. I'm sorry, not the protesting for the abortion rights. The fact that they are walking over the Brooklyn Bridge, which delays traffic. I'm sorry, maybe I didn't make that clear. Everybody knows I hate that. So can't you just do that on your own time somewhere in private? Yeah, when they stop traffic, then I got a problem. Then I almost want Roe versus Wade to be overturned, but of course I don't. In fact, this drives me insane that these people are even, the thought of it even is driving me crazy, which leads us to, because this is what happens if you're going to overturn it. You have a baby when you're graduating, and poor choices. This is Columbia University. This is an Ivy League graduate. She has a baby. Is this the way you want to be remembered 30 years from now? Oh, yeah. Remember, I had you at my graduation. I'm sure there's circumstances that led to this, but
you spit up on the dean.
I can't believe you spit up on the dean. But no, this is what you should be carrying at a graduation: a tambourine down here.
Oh,
Not a baby.
let's pass a law against that.
The reason why I also bring it up is because I was dating a girl that had a baby during graduation, and I didn't care that she, was a mother or anything, but just like, really, you wanted to do that then? I don't know. It feels like it's rude to do to the rest of the class that just wants to party, even though they're Ivy League grads, so it's different. But you know what I mean, Mike? Am I wrong on this? Does everybody hate me for this?
Oh, no, you're right.
Here's another one. Here's a mother and son. Do you know what's happening here? Is Marcy here today? This is in Kentucky. This is Charles Booker and his mother in Louisville, Kentucky. This is so tragic. I'm just kidding. He won the primaries in Kentucky. It's actually a happy moment, but it looks like it's tragic. I fooled everybody. No, he won, and she's so proud of him. It's a nice moment. I was seeing if anybody knew.
That's great.
Yeah, Anonymous, right? Perfect answer. That baby's a buzzkill, right? Can you imagine hanging out and like you're having a good time and you're just like, what are you going to do with that baby? Are you going to the party? Oh, no, I guess you're not. I mean, it's a major buzzkill.
Oh, she just brought something up.
What?
There's no Marcy, no Catalina.
Oh, no. Well, Catalina did tell me she was doing something. Marcy has no excuse. So speaking of mothers and kids and daughters, this is the Judd family, and are they a fucking mess? Now you might know Naomi Judd is dead.
Yes.
This is the mother, and this is the daughter. Actually, I would have thought it was the other way around. This is Winona Judd. Now, this family's really fucked up. I just found out 2 days ago, Naomi Judd is dead because she killed herself. She shot herself in the head.
Oy.
I didn't know that. So they were having a ceremony for her, so that's Winona Judd getting pulled over after a drunk driving arrest. That's her mugshot.
Mm-hmm.
I bring that up because I'm going somewhere with this, that this family is a goddamn mess. And that's Ashley Judd. Yipes.
Oh, what happened to her?
Exactly. So, right, what happened to her? And this is at the event for their mom. But I think before we go there, this is Winona Judd's daughter, and she couldn't make the event because she's in prison. That's a granddaughter of Naomi Judd. This family is a fucking mess. And she couldn't make her mom's thing because she's in prison. And this is Ashley Judd. Now, I am not making fun of somebody getting older. This is Ashley Judd only about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
She was a beauty. And I don't know what happened. Oh, that's a sheer I did find out. What?
That's surgery, though. That's what.
Well, what it is she apparently suffers from migraine headaches.
Okay.
And she got Botox for migraine headaches, which I've never heard about before. And she has to get 31 injections every 12 weeks. That sounds like voodoo shit to me. I'd find another way to combat my migraines than getting Botox.
What was the reason for a bad facelift?
Right? Why would you want to look like? I mean, look at her. And she had a bad fucking rap. It ain't her fault. This Harvey Weinstein really did a number on her and Mira Sorvino. We know that she got fucked in the movie business by that. But God, come on. That's 7 years difference. That's not cool. I mean, she was just gorgeous and fun and a nice, seemed nice. I don't know whether she's a good actress or not. Yeah, she got scammed. Now, Harvey Weinstein really fucked her good. I don't know whether that's literally or figuratively, but he definitely threatened her in that sense. If you don't have sex with me, this is what's going to happen. And I guess she didn't, because then she was never heard from again. It's amazing the kind of power he wielded, and hopefully he'll get what he deserves in the afterlife. This is one of my favorite Indian actresses ever, and this is her recently. She's still gorgeous. I can't pronounce her name. Ashura I can't pronounce her name. And this is her in Cannes this week. But I've been watching her movie Bride and Prejudice from about 10 years ago, maybe more. I think it was 2000, maybe it's 20 years ago, because she was such amazing beauty. Look at her. This is in 2005. And this movie,
wow.
Bride and Prejudice, one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but it's the same director as Bend It Like Beckham, which is a really good movie. You know, if a guy who's going to teach Clueless, I also love Bend It Like Beckham. I've seen it like 100 times, but it's still an interesting movie in the sense of its Indian ways and when you learn about Indian culture and stuff, but it's, you know, it's not Clueless with the dialogue and stuff. It's still pretty good. But yeah, I mean, she wasn't in it, but you know, it's an Indian director and a female Indian director. And this girl, she was Miss World. Duh. And then she was in this movie, Bride and Prejudice, which is an American and Indian movie. They go back and forth from LA. I think Marsha Mason is in it. There's a bunch of American actors in it too, but boy, is she something else. She is just beautiful. And this is a douchebag who there's an e-scooter championship in London. And I'm just saying, number one, I challenge any of you. I could beat any of you in a jacket and tie. I don't even need a helmet, and I certainly don't need a suit to ride a fucking scooter around to beat any one of you, or at least be in contention. You got to be kidding me. You're wearing a suit? You got to have a uniform on a scooter championship? I could take all these guys on, Mike. All of them. You think I don't know how to ride a scooter? I'm riding a Vespa scooter through Manhattan traffic. You don't think I can handle this? Sissies. Bring it. Bring it. Exactly. I should do a Revel challenge. Exactly, Anonymous. And wipe the floor with everybody. Now that's you need a helmet for because you drive through Manhattan. These guys are on like a course. I could beat any one of these kids. And I could do it in a jacket and tie because that'd be the only way to do it. And right there is my new series, clearly. Yeah, here's another idiot. This is Ansa Young, and it's a woman because it took me a while because this, see what I'm saying? I had to look it up. This is a girl.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't know. This looks like a boy to me.
It looks like
Anyway, it's a woman.
Man, you know?
What?
I can see that it could be a young man.
Yeah. Well, that's a one picture. There's multiple pictures. I had to keep looking. Wait, is this a girl? And then they kept saying she. So this is a woman that's all like totally excited. It's the exact same picture I just showed before that stupid scooter championship because she just beat some Denmark in badminton. Come on. You're getting this excited. You just beat somebody in badminton. Come on. Your shuttlecock went further than the other guy's shuttlecock. I mean, this is just fucking stupid.
It's a sport of kings.
Yeah, well, I don't know how you get this excited.
That's what happens when you don't have the NBA.
Good point. I mean, I would get this excited, but that's it. Brian's like, a jacket and tie, that's cheating. No, it's awesome. And speaking of, is this a boy or a girl? Well, I can guarantee it's a boy because Orthodox Jews hate women. And this is the annual pilgrimage to the gravesite of Rabbi Yochai in Israel. They do this walk and they don't allow women. So this is a boy for sure. Didn't have to look it up. The Orthodox Jews hate women, as does the Catholic Church. Yes, I'll say that looking right into the camera. I am correct. Come at me. Tell me I'm wrong. Thank you. Oh, look at Catalina in an Uber. Ooh, look at me. I'm Catalina, and I ride Ubers all over Chile. Is that funny? I think it's funny. I didn't know they had Ubers in Chile, so. But welcome back, Catalina. She had some sort of ceremony. She showed me some pictures, but I don't know what the ceremony was for. It looked like a graduation, but I don't know. And then I know you guys love these. This is a little baby kangaroo. Exactly. It's a staff member for the California Assemblywoman, and they're holding a baby kangaroo. but they don't say why. So that's why I thought it was funny. I think it's an animal rights thing, but it's funny that the caption when I read it didn't say why they're holding a baby kangaroo. I thought he might, he helped the assemblywoman from getting shot or something, like helped in a sting operation. Because that's the movie I want to watch. This baby kangaroo, and we give you the key to the city. Well, thank you, mate. That's the way the kangaroo would talk. No?
It's the plot of Kangaroo Jack 3.
Right? Oh, man, I love talking animals, and that's why I'm really happy to be in a show about talking animals. And this is a newborn wallaby. If you don't know the difference between a wallaby and a kangaroo and a roo, the wallaby is just the same thing, but it's smaller. They don't grow as big. A wallaby. I know we like hilarious animal photos here. Now, this is a cat on a fence of a kindergarten where 7 people have been sheltering in the basement for 2 months in the Ukraine. So you can look at this 2 ways. At first, I looked at the cat protecting the people sheltering in the basements for 2 months. Then I thought maybe the cat is a spy and she's blowing the lid and working for the Russians and say, they're in here. You never know with cats. You're not sure where you stand. Let's just assume that it's protecting the kids inside. So that's what you want to say. But cats are, my friend Laura has 2 cats and she's like, they're always hunting me, like in her apartment,
Yeah.
Now, this is a wild boar and their piglets trying to cross the street in Rome. And that's the scariest picture I've seen. If there's wild boars walking around Rome, then I'm never going there. I mean, this piglet looks adorable. And are you even allowed to say that? I don't even know anymore, but I don't know. Somehow it sounds racist. Hey, you little piglet. Right?
You don't hit a boar with your car either. That's going to mess up your car.
Yeah, if you hit a wild boar, yes.
Especially a Fiat.
But all I'm look at them, they're all tiny cars, which of course is smart. They don't have big gas guzzlers in Italy. But this is all I think about is the Hannibal movie where the guy was feeding wild boars and getting them ready to eat Hannibal Lecter. But as you can see, he gets away. Spoiler alert. It's a movie from 22 years old, but I've seen it 100 times. It's so good. I highly recommend watching Hannibal. I think I spoke about this last week. It's really entertaining. Mike, have you ever seen it?
Yeah, that's great.
Isn't it good?
Yeah. I think of the Guy Ritchie movie. Is it Snatch? Is that the one where the guy has a pig farm?
I don't know. I've never seen that one. I don't really care for any of Guy Ritchie's movies. How about that?
Okay.
Now, I know I'm just a professor over at the college. I don't see where Taylor Swift gets to be a doctor. She was given a doctorate of fine arts at NYU this week. So I guess after just 1 semester of teaching, I can get one too, because she's not even teaching. So if you think that calling me Professor Juskow is wrong, it's clearly not. Because I am not calling her Dr. Swift, although that name is hilarious. That does actually work, doesn't it? Oh, Dr. Swift. Ooh, well, what a pleasant surprise. Boy, she sure is pretty. God damn. She looks great in purple. Yeah, everybody had their graduations this week. It was funny walking around Manhattan and you see all these kids in these you saw it too, right?
Saw a couple today.
Right? Isn't it funny? They're all just walking around, getting off the subways. So it's so much fun. It's so weird to be graduated in Manhattan. I can't picture that because I went to school in the middle of nowhere and it made more sense to me. But I did have my baby with me, so it was a very strange graduation. My son is now 50. All right, now this is really racist. Now, hold on. I'm just kidding. No, I was just saying this is I'm this close to this being my job. It's bad. There's a farmer packaging watermelons in China, and this really looks like a pretty fucking tedious job. You just go up to that guy, dude, what'd you even do today? You have so much more to go. You're going to be here all night. You're going to have to work overtime. This just looks really thankless. I feel bad. That's a huge yes to Snatch. Oh, and the pigs. It's Lock, Stock with Brad. Right.
Yeah, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That's right.
Anonymous, like, sounds like the kind of doctor you want to have, Dr. Swift. So we always show fashion on this show. And this is a Rwandan model named Prince, which is the LGBTQ fashion show against homophobia. And immediately I'm nervous because this person is obviously a man. No, I'm kidding. The reason why I'm showing it is because out of all the fashion we've seen where it's not about gays or there aren't gay people modeling it, this is the only one that you could see somebody wearing out on the street. Right?
Yeah, looks like something you wear to a vampire's prom.
Right. Whatever it is, at least we can see people actually wearing this somewhere.
Yes.
Wherever it is. And it's just kind of funny that it's a clearly gay themed fashion show. And that's the most dressed down dress we've seen since we've been showing fashion pictures. For example, this ridiculous number that was Louis Vuitton fashion show in San Diego this week. Come on.
At least like a rejected Batman villain.
Yeah. It just looks, or they're going to hunt bees. I mean, this is just stupid. What is happening?
It's like a bee-themed DJ.
Yeah. It just looks like a
BJ. Oh, no, that's not how you want to say that.
A BJ. Right. Oh, right. Hey, I do a Billy Joel podcast. We do that all the time and forget about that. God, I love BJ. BJ's the best. Yeah. You gotta change your name if your initials are that. My sister's initials were BJ. She had to get married so could you change it to BK. Now everybody thinks she works at Burger King. But doesn't this look great doesn't this look like a great place to actually have a fashion show or whatever you have there? Doesn't it just look perfect? San Diego. I wouldn't mind moving there. So $4 super sticker. What does that mean?
They're supporting the channel.
What's that?
They put a super sticker up. And
what does that mean?
They gave $4 to the channel.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Jenny. I've never heard of that before. That's it, Mike? You got nothing?
That's it. That's very thank you very much.
I never heard of I never heard of being able to do that. I've never heard of that.
I think we just got the channel just got approved for that kind of stuff recently.
Oh, well, thank you, Jenny. That's very, very kind. She's already a subscriber to my Patreon. I love her.
Oh,
like I really love her. I mean, she's really cool. I was going to take her to Sarah. What?
Where's Jenny out of?
I believe San Francisco.
That's right.
Or somewhere in that vicinity. Perhaps the same place that Kangaroo was hanging around, Sacramento, Northern California.
PDJ has ladies all over the country.
Yes. So this is a Norwegian band called Subwoofer. And this was that Eurovision contest that everyone's talking about because I think the Ukraine's won this year. I believe that was the case. But if you remember, Eurovision is this thing that happens, in Europe. And it's been happening for years. And ABBA won years ago, right, Mike? I think that's how they got discovered. ABBA. But it's a big deal. But look at these guys. I mean, this is just I put this right after the fashion thing. And their song is called, Jenny lives in the Oakland area. That's a pretty dangerous area. You got to be careful around there. Or so anybody that plays for the Jets will tell you when they play the Raiders. They used to. Their song is called Give That Wolf a Banana. Now, I don't think they won, but I do have video of the song. So we can listen. I believe my sound is working. Here we go. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
You know, it's not the worst song I've ever heard. It's just their costumes are just stupid.
They're banana wolves.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, but well, what's their next song? If their name is Subwoolfer, what's their next song called? And what are you gonna? I mean, this song is called "Give That Wolf a Banana." What do they do next? If this is how they dress all the time?
Help that wolf peel that banana.
But it's not the worst song I ever heard. But years ago, there was this commercial that used to scare the hell out of me. It was a group before the Blue Man Group, and I found their commercial from the '70s. They were called Moominchance. Have you ever heard of them?
Oh, Moominchance is creepy.
This commercial from the '70s used to scare the shit out of me.
Yeah. There's no sound on this one, right?
No, there is.
Oh, the sound's not playing on this one.
All right, but they're saying it wasn't playing on the last one.
It was playing, but it was kind of low.
Oh,
But it was
I don't
probably
know how to
good
make it
that way.
higher. Oh, it says volume 70. Should I go back?
Play this one louder. The other one, if we play it louder, it'll get flagged by YouTube because of the music.
Really?
Yeah, they get pretty.
But do I
upset
need to like
about me.
stop sharing and share again, or can you?
Try it right now with the sound up like that. I can hear it, but it's very low.
I don't know how to make it louder.
I'm not sure.
Well, here we're just what you don't need to hear it. It's just
You don't have to really hear Moominchance. It's all they're not really talking.
creepiness.
It's all visual creep stuff. It's just mimes with, yeah. I saw them on the Muppets as a kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is worse than nothing.
The Muppets run it too, but wait, this is the one that we always made fun of because they had the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And that commercial used to scare the hell out of me in the '70s.
It's like, why do you think kids would want this?
Nobody wants that.
That's like for Danish kids who grow up thinking Santa Claus eats them.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is before the Blue Man Group. And then, I don't know, I guess the Blue Man Group was like this. Now, check this out. This is great. This is called the Bog Commander Endurance Event. It's in England. I'm thinking about going next year. It's a 6 kilometer, whatever that is. Does anybody know what 6 kilometers is? We'll have to ask Catalina if she's still around. She'll be the only one that knows. Oh, no, actually. Oh, no, Liz isn't here. She would know. She's from Canada. 6 kilometers. Oh, no, it's the it. You must know. What's 6 kilometers in miles for us? We're idiots.
I guess it's 3.5, but I don't know.
So it's 6 kilometer muddy obstacle race. And I love it because it takes place on a farm. So it doesn't bother anybody's day. And it's a really great way to just, you're going to get muddy. So wear your muddy. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Why does Jenny know? How does Jenny know? How do you know it's 3 miles? You shouldn't know the metric system, Anonymous. Come on. Or maybe Anonymous might be Canadian too. I don't know. But look at this. Look how fun this is. It's like for old people and young people. It just looks like so much fun. You're just like, all right, I'm going to get dirty today and go around in the fucking mud like an idiot. but there's like, well, that doesn't look like fun at all. That looks disgusting. But I mean, look, they have it's like an obstacle course full of mud, like you see in the movies when they're in army training. But it's not army training. You get to go home and sleep in your bed that night. And they have zip lines, and you're just all full of mud and gross. And you know that shower afterwards is going to be unbelievable. And here's the best. Here's where you go. Bring cash for burgers and tea. What the fuck? Burgers and tea? Well, that's the name of my new series. Dave Juskow stars this fall in Burgers and Tea. On top of the morning to you. Hello. Vegan option available.
Burgers and tea. What's such
After
a
you roll
weird?
around in the mud, just have a burger. Oh, that's right, Anonymous. You're an uptown. You live in the Upper West Side, right? Jenny's part Mexican. I forget. Although,
Well,
right.
last name Sanchez.
What'd you say, Mike?
Her last name Sanchez.
Right. Well, she uses her mother's maiden name and her father's name, so it's a combination.
Nice.
She covers all the bases. Very smart. She's like the Juan Epstein of our group. From oh, you're on the Upper East, Anonymous. Me too.
Upper East. I'm on 1/16.
You're on 116?
and 118 in second. Sorry.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I always thought you were on the west side. Well, wait,
Yeah.
how did you get home so fast? What
when
train goes there?
When I texted you, I was already at the 6. I was like on the train when I first texted you.
How did you get to the 6? I'm just saying because I know you're coming from the Cellar.
I just
I'm
walked
fascinated. What?
Just walked down Bleecker.
Oh, but that's a long walk.
Not really. Maybe 8 minutes.
Oh, so you left the Cellar at like 5 and knew you could make it home in an hour.
5:20. Yeah.
Oh, you left it. Oh, that's still far for the 6, I think.
I mean, it's not close, but it's not too far. Again, it's like less than a 10-minute walk.
I really want to go to this next year, Mike. I really want to do it.
Let's
I don't know
go.
why. It sounds like fun.
Let's command that bog, Dave. When we get burgers and tea after, we can't lose.
See?
I mean, we're going to lose the race, but we can't lose.
We were heard there was going to be punch and pie. No, burgers and tea. Oh, all right.
They're making the same face as the badminton girl.
Exactly. And it looks like a phony picture.
It looks like it's the she Photoshop. Never mind. That sounds racist.
Oh, well, no, it just looks like this is the South Asian Games that were happening in Vietnam this week. And these are the Cambodian pair they're sword. Look, they got swords.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're saying, now make a picture where you're actually hitting her in the face and make it look, it doesn't, I think this is real, but doesn't it look posed?
It looks like a TikTok where like you fight yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And right, they do look a little alike. But I'm just saying that it looks posed because I have that exact picture with Elon stabbing me with a sword. And this is clearly posed. So what I'm saying is, and they're carrying swords, Mike. This is the exact same photo. And we didn't have to dress up in any nonsense. And we don't look alike, but they probably think we do because we're Jewish.
You're each other's looper.
See? So I don't know if you know this guy. This is Madison Cawthorn. And he just lost. He's a freshman Republican in North Carolina, and he just lost his seat in the House of Representatives at 26. He was the youngest member of Congress. Now he's good looking, and he's in a wheelchair. So, Mike, what do you have to do wrong to lose? You're good looking, and you're in a wheelchair.
Well,
I have a list of everything he's done, which is the reason why he lost.
He lost his primary.
He lost the primary?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, so he's not out yet? But if you lose your primary, then you can't run, can you?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Well, he lost the primary. But the question is, you're handsome, you're good looking, you're in a wheelchair. What do you have to do to lose? Number one, he claimed on a podcast that people in Washington have invited him to participate in orgies and used cocaine in front of him. That's why you become a congressman.
Yeah, because he was being a big nerd. Is that why?
No, here's the rest. That and called President Zelensky a thug and the Ukrainian government incredibly evil. Oh, he'll be out in November. Exactly. Faced charges in March for driving with a revoked license for the second time in 5 years. He gave a speech on January 6th in which he urged those at then President Trump's Save America rally to contest the election. He suggested that there could be bloodshed over future elections as he pushed false claims about election security and voter fraud. Allegations of sexual harassment and misconduct by several women when he was in college. And my favorite one, in 2017, he made a trip to Adolf Hitler's vacation house, which he put on Instagram and said by the way, on his bucket list, as it just said, of the bog, commando bog thing. It had been on his bucket list to visit Adolf Hitler's vacation house, and then wrote, "It did not disappoint." And that's how you lose your seat, being in a wheelchair and a young guy in Congress. Even the Republicans had enough. Even the Donald Trump supporters had said, dude, it's too many things. You too many fucking things. That even that Hitler thing was too, dude.
Yeah.
Just don't write about it. She said, "What are you doing?" I gotta say that Hitler's Vacation House did not disappoint.
Yeah.
You gotta hand
Plenty
it to
of
that guy.
ramps, apparently.
He
Very
what?
forward thinking.
Well, that's my favorite. Where you're at Hitler's house and you're like, nobody ever talks about the good things he did, like the transportation system or his artwork. Always talking about the bad. That's this guy. And here's Billy Joel over here going like, "What's happening?" Everybody looks like Billy Joel to me.
Well, he is
look
moving out.
And finally,
I love this guy.
You seen it?
Yeah.
This isn't the bodybuilder competition. This is not photoshopped. I don't know what else to say. It's not photoshopped. And the three above it, I mean, what is happening here?
It looks like Mario Basco's brother.
Right? Hey, where's Artie? Where's Artie? Jessica, why don't you put me on the show? Oh my. When I saw that picture, I'm like, it has to be photoshopped. It has to be photoshopped. I looked at 3 other news things and it was not.
Yep.
It's creepy as hell.
It's so cool.
I don't know if I'd want a body like that if my face was that tiny. I want everything to match up. It's like my friend Lawrence was always heavy, but his face and body just matched up where he didn't appear fat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just looked good, even in a bathing suit, even though it's like George Costanza. His weight is proportionate to his body and his face. See, I'm not like that. And I get very uptight at the beach. I need to be thinner, I think. I'm thinking about going on Nutrisystem again, but it worked during COVID. The guy from Mad TV Comics, right, Angela? He looks like
Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred E. Newman. Exactly.
Oh, here's a picture of Ashley Judd now. It's not so bad. It's
Well,
just
you can see there's definitely a Botox issue, though.
Yeah, it's like it's not so bad. She just always looks skeptical. It's just
but we're about the same age, and she just doesn't look right. I'm not, everybody ages differently. I get that, but it just doesn't look like her. And there's clearly been work done. I look like I look the exact same way from when I was a baby. I'll bring in baby photos next week, and you'll see it. Although some of you see me in bar mitzvah photos, besides my hair, I look exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, because of the Botox, her eyes are all different now.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, she's still pretty.
Yeah, that's what happened to Renee Zellweger.
But it's like, oh God, right?
Yep.
But it's like, yeah, just aging gracefully is good too. But also look at her hair. It's not put together. I feel like she's not even trying.
Yeah, I mean, she's just at a New Hampshire gas station right now in this picture. So
I know, but she used to have such pretty hair, and I don't know. She's a movie star.
Well, now she just has to hang out and be 50. That's good for her.
Well, again,
so I feel about Bridget Fonda too. Like I know they
Meg Ryan too. Oh my God, Bridget Fonda. Oh, she was like the hottest girl I've ever seen. What happened to her?
Yeah, I mean, she's just enjoying dinner. It's good for her.
I'm always up for that. So
now she gets to know what hot wings taste like.
Yes.
What do you feel about this happening at Walmart? The commercialization of Juneteenth.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything.
You can just say you don't or do like it. I think it's weird.
Yeah, they don't do that for Columbus Day, do they?
No.
Yeah,
but they do it for Cinco de Mayo, which is not quite the same thing. But I'm glad this happened. They got their ice cream taken away from them for ripping off another one's ice cream.
Wait, they got it taken away?
Walmart tried to do a Juneteenth flavor, and they had ripped off this other flavor from Blissfully Southern. It's apparently a black-owned company.
Why would Walmart, if you're trying to do something for Juneteenth and be polite to the black people, and I don't know what to call them anymore because I heard African Americans not correct, so I don't know what to say. But if you're trying to do something nice, why would you make Juneteenth an ice cream? I mean, it's like, then it's just kind of not making it serious, right?
Yeah, they're trying to make it another holiday to make money off of, like Memorial Day,
I
and
know. They're making it a holiday where you get off work and stuff, which of course is good. And
which
June
I think
doesn't
is
have a holiday like that. And I believe in the cause, but it seems like it's too soon
yeah,
to,
an ice cream is a little much.
right?
Like to brand it like that is a little much.
The ice cream says that in the meeting of Walmart executives, they were like, okay, listen to this. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna promote the shit out of Juneteenth.
Yeah.
We are gonna go for everything Juneteenth, t-shirts, ice cream, soda cans. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in like a Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
Like, that's
It
why it
feels like
doesn't
Love
seem
Day. That's what it feels like.
what?
Love Day, that episode where they invent a new holiday.
Oh, right, exactly. That's what it seems like. It's completely uncool. So Anonymous also mentioned Meg Ryan too, which is one of those women that damn. And you see
Yeah.
somebody like Meryl Streep who just looks perfect.
Meryl
You know?
Streep, Sally Field.
Yeah. Women that had no work done, or maybe moderate in the sense where they still look like themselves,
Yeah.
and they're still so pretty and sexy. I mean, Meryl Streep in Don't
Marissa
Look Up
Tomei.
was what?
Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei, great example. Meryl Streep in Don't Look Up was sexy.
Yeah.
And what is she, in her 60s? She looks amazing. So when you see like that Renee Zellweger, she's unrecognizable. Meg Ryan, obviously, you said Bridget Fonda. I can't believe it. Oh, wow.
Oh, Bridget
Who's
Fonda
she
didn't
married
get work
to?
done. She just gained weight, which is fine.
Who's she married to?
Bridget Fonda? Let me find out.
It's somebody that stuck with her this whole time, which I think is nice. It's not Garcia, is it? Andy Garcia?
Danny
No,
Elfman.
Godfather 3.
Danny Elfman.
Right. She's married to the guy that wrote the theme to The Simpsons. Guy from Oingo Boingo.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed with her.
Yep.
I like that.
That's the thing. Let's be happy. Like,
well, Angela says, yeah, of course it's about what's on the inside. That's a fact, and that's what we have to say on the air here, of course. But
well, I agree with that, especially with Bridget Fonda. I mean,
no, I'm just kidding. Of course it is, but we're just saying there's nothing worse than look, there's gaining weight, and we get that.
Yeah.
But there's nothing worse than making plastic surgery and just not looking like yourself anymore and just doing too much. And it's so easy to do. As a person that's had plastic surgery, I can tell you it's very easy to get caught up, and I get it. It's very easy to just continue getting plastic surgery because, well, I'll be honest with you guys, and I usually don't like to talk about it, but it's like, yeah, these little things on the side of my face, and it drives me insane. Like, I can't look at myself in photos. I don't like to turn to the side when I'm talking to people, and I just haven't had money to do something about it, and I'm going to do something about it because it drives me insane. And probably nobody cares, and probably nobody notices. But when you are your person and you say, I don't like what I see in the mirror, what are you going to do? Right? I mean, this is what happened when I got my nose done in 1987. Thank you for the Billy Joel comments. Everybody told me not to get my nose done. No, that beautiful nose. I mean, and I didn't even want to get it done. It was Aunt Judy's mom that made me do it. That's right. I threw you under the bus. I never even thought about it before Aunt Judy's mom mentioned it when she saw me on a TV show in the 80s. And then I couldn't stop looking at it. The subway doors would close, and I'm like, oh, my God, my nose almost got caught in that. I mean, that's how bad it was. So, then what are you going to do? If it makes you feel better about yourself, that's the way it is. Right, Mikey?
Yep.
So, anyway, I guess that's today's show. It was certainly fun. I hope everybody's cool. Yes, Angela, my grandmother. That's Aunt Judy's mother, my grandmother. Yes, even Aunt Judy said true. It's a true story. The best, I was on the show, and I called her up in Florida. I said, what do you think of the show? She goes, we have some money put aside. And that's all she needed to say. And and the worst part is, this is the worst part. After I was on Crashing, I called up my mother. I'm like, what do you think of the show? This is what, 30 years later? And she goes, we have some money put aside. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a joke, right? What are you talking about? We have some money put aside. We think you should, your sister and I think you should get your eyes done. Well, I never saw that coming a mile away. I thought for sure they were going to be like, you got to get to a gym. You're disgusting, something like that. You got to get your eyes done. I never thought that was the case. That doesn't bother me in the least. My eyes, I don't see any issues. So thank God that didn't work on me. But I mean, every time I'm on TV, I call up my mother or my sister and I get, we have some money put aside. The best part is we don't have any money put aside. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. However, in the Juskow family, there's one thing I can tell you, and I've mentioned this in the podcast many times. There is always money, no matter how destitute, and you know this for a fact about me because I've been having a lot of money problems since COVID, is that in the Juskow tradition, there is always money for a cleaning lady and plastic surgery. I leave you on that note. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us today. You guys in the chat room are the best. This is so much fun every Tuesday. The Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. If you're around Thursday, remember to email Hatem and the Cellar Talks at Gmail and get free tickets if you're around. Should be fun. And Hatem's great. And Mike, you are the best for rushing uptown after a mix-up and getting this thing started really on time. It's really a miracle. And it's unbelievable. I approve the cleaning lady, no plastic surgery. You guys are so funny. But yeah, we refuse to give up our cleaning ladies and plastic surgery, no matter how much we claim poverty. It is a Jewish thing, I think. But whatever the case may be. Mike, you'll be at Uncle Vinny's this Memorial Day weekend. Before we go, does anybody have any Memorial Day plans they want to share with us? I have none. I never go to the beach during Memorial Day. It's ridiculous, right? I mean, this is like why I don't go out on Saturdays. Why would I go out on Saturdays? I'll go out on Mondays and Tuesdays. Saturday's amateur night. I don't like going out on New Year's Eve, Saturdays, or holiday weekends. I go out on Monday nights. That's a man goes out on Monday nights. And yeah, I just hope, Mike, that's great that you're going to be there all weekend down the shore. That's the perfect place to be. Where are you going to stay? Are you going to come home every night?
I just come back and forth.
Angela, you're seeing Attell? Wait, where is he going to be this week? I just talked to him yesterday. Where did he say he was going? Where do you live, Angela? I thought he was in town this week. I'm getting confused. Oh, that's right. He had to cancel a show in Austin, Mike, because something happened to the club there. Did you hear about that?
I don't think it was open yet.
Something happened where he had to cancel the gig because the club had a problem.
Yeah. He was going to do Cap City in its first month, but I think
he's in Phoenix. New Cap City, right. No, and they had to cancel. Oh, he's in Phoenix this weekend. Okay, great, Angela.
Stand Up Live.
Oh, that's terrific. All right, well, that's great, Angela. I'm glad you're going to go see our boy. And we've been spending a lot of time together, me and David Tell, lately. And this is the way our relationship goes. Sometimes we don't see each other for months, and sometimes we see each other on a daily basis, which usually is not very good. Him and his recorder. What is that about? But he is the best, and you are lucky you are going to get to see him perform. So go see Mike if you happen to be in Jersey, down the shore this weekend at Uncle Vinny's. Otherwise, we'll see you. We're going to try again, maybe to go live at the Comedy Cellar next week. We got to try it once, Mike and I together. So we might try that again next week. We'll see what happens. It doesn't matter. We're either here or there, but we'll always be here on YouTube on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. So have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next week for sure on May 31st. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you again, Jenny.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny.